playing the Queen of Hearts, First Lady Melania Trump brought special White House Valentines with her, as she visited patients at a Cincinnati Children's Hospital on Monday. The First Lady was joined by Counselor to the President Kellyanne Conway and Jane Portman, the wife of Ohio Republican Senator Rob Portman and the chairwoman of the facility, for the tour, as hospital administrators talked to Mrs. Trump about how they were treating the youngest victims of the opioid crisis, those born addicted to drugs. With the visit to Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center, the First Lady was combining two of the areas she's expressed interest in, improving children's lives and combating the opioid crisis. Trump was first briefed on issues like neonatal abstinence syndrome, what the cluster of problems are called when babies are exposed to opioids in the womb. She was then brought into an activity room where she played with children at the hospital. The First Lady brought the patients gifts of Valentines, complete with an illustration of the White House, and coloring books. CNN reported that at one point a young girl approached her and asked to be held, and the First Lady obliged. Thanking the hospital after her visit, the First Lady said, "I am so grateful for your continued research on combating opioid abuse and for all you are doing for your patients. Children will always be my top priority, and I appreciated the opportunity to visit with the young patients today and witness firsthand their strength and spirit," FLOTUS said in a statement. Melania Trump has visited children's hospitals on two other occasions as First Lady, one in Washington, D.C. just before the Christmas holiday and another in Paris, France, during a trip with her husband to France for Bastille Day. She's also been engaged in curtailing the opioid crisis, hosting a roundtable at the White House on the epidemic in late September and then traveling to a West Virginia treatment center the next month. The trip also showcased the First Lady and the President putting on an overt display of unity and companionship amid chatter about the status of their marriage. The First Lady quietly walked from the White House residence to the Oval Office shortly before the President's flight was to depart from the South Lawn late morning on Monday. Then, a few minutes later, the first couple emerged jointly to walk toward Marine One for the short flight to Joint Base Andrews. Melania sported an attention-grabbing canary yellow full-length overcoat as the pair paraded by a bank of reporters and photographers, who have been closely watching the state of the first family's marriage since a bombshell report that Trump lawyer Michael Cohen had paid $130,000 to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who claimed in earlier interviews she had an affair with Trump. The First Lady smiled as the President guided her away from the Oval Office. As the pair walked toward the presidential helicopter, Trump put his arm around Melania and gently escorted her there. She then boarded ahead of him and he turned and waved to the cameras. The President didn't take any of the questions shouted his way, instead opting to smile for the cameras and keep a distance from questioners. He made a similar display when he disembarked from Marine One after the afternoon trip. As the President and First Lady strolled through the South Lawn, Trump waved several times to the group of reporters waiting for him, but answered no questions about the stock market drop. He then placed his hand on Melania Trump's back and guided her into the White House. Very much looking forward to visit at Cincy Children's today and learn more about their efforts in combating the effects opioids are having on our children and how we can continue to work towards ending the opioid epidemic, Melania Trump tweeted Monday in anticipation of the trip. The Trumps returned to Washington together on Sunday evening with their son Barron in tow after a weekend in Palm Beach. Mrs. Trump has rarely been seen with her husband since allegations surfaced that he had an extramarital affair early on in their marriage with a porn star who goes by the stage name Stormy Daniels. The First Lady backed out of her husband's trip to Davos at the last minute last month and turned heads when she took an unscheduled trip to Palm Beach, costing taxpayers an estimated $70,000. Her office had told reporters that she couldn't be in Switzerland because of scheduling and logistics. Please subscribe channel. Thank you for watching.